fourth graders, we're going to read chapter 6. And last time that we read, at the end of chapter 5, they were making their boxes with the macaroni. So it was Wednesday, time for music. Emily gave Uni a rubber unicorn, a gallop across her rubber unicorn, a gallop across her desk. She took a look at the window. The macaroni boxes were lined upon the seal. Hers was beautiful. It was sprayed gold. "Hurry, everyone," said Miss Rooney. Miss Avery was waiting for them in the music room. "Open your books to page 21, she said. We'll sing a Christmas song." Emily looked outside. It was starting to snow. It was starting to feel like Christmas. It was less than a week away. She opened to page 21. The name of the song was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Jill was sitting in front of Emily. She was wearing 3 loopy red bows. She looked like Rudolph. One of the bows must have fallen off, Emily thought. She looked like a messy Rudolph. The class began to sing. Next to Emily, Dawn Basco was singing. She was singing very loud. She had a terrible voice, screechy. Emily tried to sing a little louder than Dawn. She knew her voice was nice. Miss Avery always said so. This time Miss Avery raised her eyebrows a little. "Dawn Basco and Emily Arrow," she said. "How about singing a little softer? This is not a shouting match." Beast and Matthew started to laugh. They made believe they were boxers fighting each other. "That will do," Miss Avery told them. Emily sang a little softer. She didn't have to look at her book. Dawn had to look at her book. Emily was glad she knew all the words by heart. She turned the page to see what came next. Someone had put a piece of paper inside her book. It was a picture of 3 girls. They were all wearing mittens. Underneath, someone had written in blue crayon, "Good friends." Emily looked around. She wondered who had put the picture in the book. She turned the picture over. On the back, someone had written, "Good friends let people ahead of them in line." Emily crumpled the paper up. That Dawn Basco. What kind of present was that to give a good friend? Emily marched up to the wastebasket. She threw the crumpled up picture inside. Miss Avery tapped on her desk. "Emily Arrow," she said, "why did you get up in the middle of our song? You know better than that." Emily didn't say anything. She wanted to say that to Dawn, who was the one who should have known better. Miss Avery frowned at her. "I think you'd better go back to your classroom. Tell Miss Rooney that you're not interested in Christmas music." Emily hurried out of the music room. She didn't want everybody to see that she had tears in her eyes. She didn't want everyone to think she was a crybaby like Jill Simon. Before she went back to class, she stopped in the girls' room. She could hear her class singing. They were singing, "It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas." Emily looked in the mirror. Her face was red. It was beginning to look as if she was going to have a terrible December. Slowly, she walked back to her classroom. She hated to tell Miss Rooney that Miss Avery had said she wasn't interested in Christmas music. She was very interested in Christmas music. She was practically the only one who knew all the words by heart. Miss Rooney was sitting at her desk. "What's the matter, Emily?" she asked. Emily started to cry. "Dawn tried to get me in trouble." "Really?" Miss Rooney said. "Yes," said Emily. She sniffed a little. She needed a tissue. "Dawn tried to sing louder than me." Miss Rooney passed her the hanky box. Emily rubbed her nose. "Dawn doesn't want me for her secret person either." Miss Rooney looked surprised. "Why do you think that you're Dawn's secret person?" "I guessed," Emily said. Just then Matthew raced in. He stopped when he saw Emily and Miss Rooney. He put his hand over his mouth. "I didn't know anyone was here," he said. "I'm here," said Miss Rooney. "Why aren't you in music? Did you sing too loud too?" "No," Matthew smiled. "I asked to go to the bathroom." He reached into his pocket. He pulled out a box of Good and Plenty's. "I wanted to put this box of candy in Beast's desks." "That's nice," said Miss Rooney. "Beast loves Good and Plenty's," Matthew said. "Yesterday I bought him a box too." He put his shoulders up in the air. "I ate some before I got to school. I ate a lot." Emily smiled at Matthew. It was hard not to eat Good and Plenty's once you got started. I had only one left for Beast, Matthew said. He put the box into Richard's desk, but today I didn't eat many, only 6. I'm trying to get into the spirit of giving. That's lovely, Matthew, said Miss Rooney. My mother said that's what should happen in December, Matthew said. Yes, said Emily. She wished Dawn would get into the spirit of giving. She watched Matthew dash out of the classroom again, then she went back to sit at her desk. Okay, so Emily thinks that Dawn is her secret pal or her secret December friend. By the way Miss Rooney talked to her, I don't know if that's the case. I think Miss Rooney does know who she has. I think whoever does have Emily, Emily's going to be very surprised. So, and in this chapter, she didn't give Jill any secret gifts. So hopefully, she'll start giving more gifts in the upcoming chapters. More gifts to Jill. So, all right. I hope you enjoyed chapter 6, and next time we meet, I will read chapter 7. Thank you.